Buddhists believe that human life begins when the bardo consciousness, impelled by the dominant karmic imprints, which have come to manifest in the final stage of the bardo, when that consciousness, that impelled consciousness, pushed on by karma, it fuses with the appropriate physical elements of the mother and father, that is to say, the sperm and the ovum. The sperm and the ovum, in their act of unifying, come to be, as it were, a kind of container within which the stream of consciousness will now be present. So it is the very moment of conception when the two elements become non-dual, which attracts in the appropriate, karmically appropriate consciousness. And so that is when human life begins. Of course, if one, and the same with animals who are conceived in a similar way. It's a moment of the fusion of the two elements. If one is born in non-physical realms, then the beginning of life simply occurs through a kind of a transference of the bardo consciousness directly into that realm. There's no physical basis, of course, but for human and animal life, it is the fusion of the three, the non-physical bardo consciousness with the physical male and female elements. Even if one were to use laboratory techniques for cloning or something like that, still the consciousness fuses with the two elements, even though in this case the genetic indicators of one of the elements would have been removed in order that cloning can take place. There's still the same reaction of non-duality, the non-duality of the consciousness with the two physical elements, and the appropriate non-duality of the two physical elements, which is what binds everything together. If one were to say, consciousness might come into the embryo at a later stage, or to the unborn child at a later stage, then that would be saying there are beings without minds, and of course that would be like a possession by some kind of external entity. So Buddha described the process of conception very clearly in the sutras and tantras, and there is no other logical explanation of the beginning of life than this.